This is ABC 7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story, the next phase of a beach renourishment project on Longboat Key.
It's a project that is costing residents who live there millions of dollars. Crews will be repairing the beaches of Longboat Key near New Pass and Longboat Pass. ABC 7's Rick Adams has more on what these residents can expect.
Well, as you can see, a huge pipeline is already in place for phase 2 of a beach nourishment project here on Longboat Key. This part of the project will include quite a bit of dredging. Some of the equipment have found a nice spot on the white silky beach near the resort at Longboat Key Club. It's machinery that'll be transforming eroded beaches on both ends of Longboat Key. Jane and John Rayhack of Tampa are happy to see this work being done on what they say is one of their favorite beaches in the entire world.
It's something that really brings a lot of tourists here. I think people still enjoy the beach, but they'll enjoy it more when the beach is replenished.
About 200,000 cubic yards of sand will be dredged from New Pass to fix nearly a mile of the beaches at the southern tip for the next month. Then dredging of 220,000 cubic yards of sand will begin next month at Longboat Pass to repair more than a half mile of beaches at the northern tip.
We have lost over 100 feet of beach. Not only the width of the beach, but the height of the beach, and that is what provides storm protection. So it's imperative that we restore its beaches.
The first phase of the project, where dump trucks brought in sand to sections of Longboat Key, finished 2 months ahead of schedule, costing Longboat Key residents $10 million. This dredging phase will cost around $6 million. Aaron and Lee are a couple who are visiting from England. They tell us it's important to do whatever it takes to keep these beaches in tip-top shape.
I think it's fantastic. The beach already is already amazing, but to make it perfect would just be that'd be awesome.
In addition to the dredging, another 40,000 cubic yards of sand will be trucked in to help with the New Pass part of the project. The dredging here will get underway within the next couple of days. Officials say this entire beach nourishment project is expected to wrap up sometime in mid-October. Reporting from Longboat Key, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Rick, thank you. A Suncoast woman is sentenced to prison for her role in the smothering death of a 6-year-old boy. Ashley Cole sentenced to 13 years behind bars, followed by 5 years of probation in the death of Jimmy Dearman. Prosecutors say Cole and her boyfriend, 31-year-old James Dearman, were playing video games last Christmas Eve. When Jimmy and his sister began making too much noise, both kids were told to put their nose on the wall. But when Jimmy didn't follow instructions, Cole called him to the couch and put his face into the cushions, and both she and Dearman sat on Jimmy's back.
He's pinching, he's scratching, he's fighting for his life, and the defendant is doing nothing other than adding to his mental anguish and killing him.
As part of her probation, Cole will also have to undergo mental health and drug evaluations and 16 weeks of anger management. Last month, Dearman was sentenced to 20 years in prison with 10 years probation.
A follow-up now on a serious accident in Sarasota County. The Florida Highway Patrol says the child who was hit by an SUV last night is expected to recover. State troopers say a 10-year-old girl was walking with her mother in Siesta Village around 7 o'clock last night when she was hit by a Jeep. The girl was airlifted to a hospital in St. Pete. Troopers say she's being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. No word on whether the driver will face any charges.
Demolition is officially underway at the former Colony Resort on Longboat Key. The Colony has been closed for 6 years and is considered uninhabitable. But Orlando-based developer Unicorp plans to turn it into a 5-star resort with 360 condos and hotel rooms. The developer is hoping to break ground in about 2 years and open on New Year's Eve of 2020. Longboat Key's Director of Planning, Building and Zoning says she's happy to see the property being put to use.
It's a beautiful property. It's a large property. There's a lot of potential there, and it really is sad for the whole community to see it just sit there and not be utilized.
The demolition is only for the commercial aspects of the property right now. The developer still needs to get signatures from condo owners before moving forward with demolition on the residential units. What should be built on one of the most valuable pieces of waterfront property in Sarasota will be discussed this week. The city's planning board will hold a special meeting Wednesday night to look over the next phase of plans to develop the old Quay waterfront site. They'll consider how the site, which is now called Sarasota Bayside, should be developed over the next decade, along with adjoining roads and infrastructure.
Sarasota Bay should soon be a little safer for boaters. You can see in this video from the ABC7 tower cam. That's why it's a little shaky. It was recorded this afternoon. Crews are working on a sunken sailboat. A Sarasota police dive team started working over the weekend to raise the 30-foot long boat. It's been a hazard for other boaters since it sank about a month ago. Crews are still trying to move it to the 10th Street boat ramp so it then can be finally removed from the bay.
Yeah, it's still just sort of sitting there in the middle of the water by the boat ramp there, but they made good progress on it.
They did.
For sure.
Good job.
Yeah. And some rain seen on our tower cam at this hour. Let's go over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for more. Bob?
I'll tell you what, we've got this line of showers and storms developing right near the coast, and that's a direct result of the stronger east to southeasterly wind flow today. That sea breeze never had a chance to penetrate too far inland, so it got hung up right there and near the coast. And you can see these storms exploding now from just offshore of Pinellas County southward into Anna Maria Island and then to Longboat Key. So it has since moved through the Venice area, but tower cam showing some pretty interesting rain. You can see it right there. That's looking toward Longboat Key, toward the north end near Whitney Beach and over Sarasota Bay. Some pretty heavy rainfall there with a few lightning strikes moving through as well. The storms are not nearly as intense as they had been over the weekend, and that again is a result of that stronger east to southeasterly wind not allowing us to see much convergence inland areas, so they never had a chance to really get going. They'll still fire up offshore. A lot of lightning strikes, as I mentioned, occurring now just north of Lido and the southern end of Longboat Key. Heavy rain as well into Anna Maria Island near Holmes Beach and just offshore the north end of Anna Maria Island near Anna Maria. Some pretty heavy lightning strikes occurring there, but notice in northwest Bradenton, all the rain has since moved on through, so things looking better there. Another little bit of activity developing well east of I-75. We'll watch it as it makes its way to the west, but won't have much of a chance because there's no more convergence set up there. That storm system that was over Louisiana, thankfully, has now been absorbed by a cold front. More on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern is joining us now. And Richard, another day of records on Wall Street.
Well, Haley, I guess we're getting spoiled, but I think we'll take it, to be honest with you. It took 17 years from 1999 to 2016 for all three indexes to close at record highs on the same day. Well, that was last Thursday. Now it's taken 2 trading days, and yes, indeed, we have done it again. Oil moved higher. Markets, frankly, all over the world moved higher. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up by 92 points at its high of the day. And when the final bell rang, clean sweep. Michael Phelps, thank you, whoever you want to give it to. Records across the board. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they just don't get better, folks. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up by more than 59.5 points. That's 1/3 of 1%, closing at 18,636.05 on volume of 772 million shares. The NASDAQ was the big mover of the day, up more than 1/2 of 1%, more than 29 points, closing at 5,262.02. That on volume of 1,878 million shares. And yes, indeed, an up arrow for the S&P, up more than 6 points, more than 1/4 of 1% at 2,190.15. Well, last week we talked about such healthy items as the Whopperito and fried Twinkies. Well, not real healthy. But today, believe it or not, Domino's, the pizza chain, said they're going to get more healthy. They're going to start delivering salads. Yes, indeed. They're going to offer salads in addition to pizza. And they said, and I quote, "Sometimes there's that one person who only wants a salad on pizza night." Well, they're going to have choices: a classic garden salad, a chicken Caesar salad, chicken apple pecan salad, and the price will be $5.99 if you order it with another item, or $6.49 if you order it all by itself. And it's kind of nice to see, after fried Twinkies and a Whopperito, that somebody, maybe somebody's paying attention to good health.
Mm-hmm.
That salad person is my wife. She always does that.
We used to do in our family pizza and salad. So you're a little good, a little bad.
Yeah, that's a good idea, too. And some news on one of my favorite places to shop, Richard, Home Depot.
Scott, I know that's one of your favorite, and the news actually will be tomorrow morning. They're going to announce their quarterly earnings. They've been doing very well lately, and if they do that well again, chances are we'll be talking about it tomorrow night at 5 o'clock.
We'll see you then. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, southern Louisiana basically shut down. Businesses and roads all underwater, while rescuers stay busy trying to help those who are trapped. Now Red Cross volunteers from here on the Suncoast are heading to that state to help.
And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast. And later in Health Smart, new challenges for surgeons, how local anesthesia versus general is now changing how they handle their patients.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
We're not out there to run check marks and boxes to see how many citations we can write or how many people we can catch doing bad things if catching them doesn't make us any safer.
Debating the future of red light cameras in Bradenton. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have that story plus our roundtable discussion.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour selection of quality new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade-in.
Seymour savings.
Step up to GMC and get cash back for up to 12% of the MSRP on these select 2016 GMC vehicles. That's over $9,300 cash back on this Yukon.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Do you have what it takes to become a champion? The Sarasota YMCA Shark Swim Team has been developing champions since 1961. Fall swim team tryouts for kids ages 6 through 18 are being held August 15th through the 18th and August 22nd to the 25th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Tryouts are held at the Evelyn Sadler Jones branch, YMCA's Selby Aquatic Center. For more information, visit sarasotayMCA.org/sharks.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
On the Suncoast.
And across America, the news you care about
is on your Suncoast News at 5.
And ABC World News Tonight at 6:30.
People you trust. Scott Dennis, Haley Wilkes, David Muir.
First, the Suncoast.
And then the world.
Rescue crews are hard at work in Louisiana. So far, historic flooding there has forced authorities to rescue 20,000 people. At least 6 people are dead, and President Obama has declared a disaster there. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has more.
With helicopters in the air and high water vehicles on the ground,
Come sit on this side if you want.
Rescuers are working around the clock and residents escaping with just a bag or a box in hand. Since Saturday, tens of thousands have been pulled to safety,
her dog,
including this woman and her dog rescued just in time.
I got your dog. Oh.
Shelters now home for so many with Louisiana in a state of emergency.
It was pretty scary because we didn't know how high the waters were going to rise or how fast they were going to rise.
It's like my subdivision was in a bowl. Everything around us was flooding.
In some areas, 2 feet of rain fell in less than 2 days. The governor calling this historic.
It was historic levels of rivers and creeks rising. And I will tell you that we've not seen anything like this in the past.
With entire neighborhoods still underwater, some residents are just grateful to be alive and vow to rebuild again.
I'm going to go from here, just like I did from Katrina, start all over again.
And authorities remain on high alert with water still rising. They say the situation is very dangerous, but they are prepared and ask residents to stay patient. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
The local chapter of the Red Cross is sending 5 volunteers to Louisiana to help provide flooding assistance. They left from the regional headquarters this afternoon off Cattleman Road. The workers each have their own specific task, from shelter services to health services. The director of the Southwest Florida region says she feels a sense of pride each time she can send someone to help at a disaster site.
I've been at this for a long time, and every time we send folks out, I feel so proud and so grateful that we have volunteers that are willing to give up 2 or 3 weeks of their life to go help other people. That's what the Red Cross is all about.
Van Sickle estimates nationwide the Red Cross will spend $10 million in disaster relief just for Louisiana. They rely on private donations, and tonight at 11 we'll show you the new virtual caseworkers the Red Cross began this year, using them to save money.
I was relieved to hear you say, Bob, that system finally got sort of absorbed.
Yeah, luckily a cold front came through and moved on it. You know, it kind of reminded me of Allison back down in 2001, 40 inches of rain in Houston. Yeah, I mean, that was amazing. And this is a similar situation in that the low just kind of stood still. Continue to bring that storm after one after another into Louisiana. It's the same system, by the way, that brought us all the rainfall 2 weekends ago, not this past weekend, but 2 weekends ago. If you recall, we had all that rain and mainly to the north of us, but it has been absorbed now by actually a cold front. You can see that front moving through Texas. There's still a lot of moisture there in East Texas, but the actual low pressure area is moving. Get this a time lapse of the radar over the last 3 or 4 days there in Louisiana, and you'll see how it moves from the Northeast Gulf all the way over to Louisiana, and then up to 30 inches of rainfall estimates by the Doppler radar right out of New Orleans there. So an amazing storm system which caused all sorts of problems for those folks. And the tropics, they can get very active during this time of year, and they can produce a record amount of rainfall. So again, we'll be keeping an eye on that system as well as ours. Our weather, our sky is looking pretty good as far as that goes. Tower Cam still showing some rainfall around, but all that rain is moving pretty quickly running in through the area. And you can see that a big storm still lingering there over Longboat Key and into the Gulf of Mexico. It's pushing quickly to the east. A pretty ominous looking sky there, looking from downtown Sarasota from our studios here, all the way across Sarasota Bay. Anna Maria webcam, that too inundated with some heavy rainfall there at the north end of Anna Maria Island. We're getting a lot of rainfall there and reports of some lightning. Not much in northwest Bradenton, though, at this point, as the storms have really pushed on through there, and the Titan radar loop indicating that most of the storms now continue to push off toward the west at around 15 to 20 miles an hour, so they're not sticking around very long. In fact, look at this. It moved through downtown Sarasota, Siesta Key, and now really starting to fire up in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Those will continue to push away from the coast. We'll have to watch this, though. Still a little pocket of energy moving through east and southeastern portions of Manatee County this evening, but not much elsewhere. Northport, you're fairly quiet now, but this little shower may catch you, and with the heaviest storms by far now along Longboat Key up near Whitney Beach and places to the north near Anna Maria. It should be over here in Anna Maria Island within the next 15 to 20 minutes as it moves off quickly to the west. And then we're getting some showers just to the northwest of Arcadia. Currently at the airport, within the last 15 minutes, reporting a thunderstorm. 72 in the dew point, temperature at 88 degrees. We didn't get a high, there it is, high temperature 96, close to the record. In fact, we tied it. We didn't break a record, but 96 degrees. That was set back in 1990. 79 was the morning low. And we're getting rain there now, but no official rain since they just took that about 10 minutes ago. 90 degrees in Jacksonville, 88 in Orlando, 90 in Miami, and 89 into Key West and around town where it's rained. It's starting to cool down a little bit. 88 degrees in Sarasota was just 96 there about a half hour ago. 81 in Mayaca City, 85 in Arcadia, still hot in Northport. They're missing the rain. It's 91 degrees. And the forecast, more showers and storms developing in the afternoon and evening on in through Tuesday. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 90s, and that's a direct result of a strong easterly wind flow. Had a little upper level low kind of spinning across the Northeast Gulf, and that has since moved on. And high pressure still dominating off the Carolina coast, and that's providing us with that easterly wind. Although down to our south, we have a little upper level low spinning down south. Now, our rain forecast looks like this. Tonight, showers should be coming to an end here in most areas in the next half hour to hour. And then more storms developing tomorrow afternoon, pushing pretty quickly off to the west. So we'll still see a pretty brisk east to southeast wind for tomorrow. That east wind turns to the north at 5 to 10 knots tomorrow. The water temperature has cooled now to 87 degrees. And the forecast looks like this for the next 7 days. We're calling for a 60% chance for late day storms. Otherwise, pretty nice on Tuesday and Wednesday with temperatures staying in the low 90s and a little less chance for rain as we push into Friday and the weekend ahead. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. There's no crashes in the area, but we're seeing the traffic is backed up on US 41 and right near downtown Sarasota near Fruitville Road. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, a growing number of surgeries performed with only local anesthesia has created new challenges for surgeons. That's according to a report in the American Journal of Surgery. Many doctors have implemented some changes when a patient is awake, including using code words and limiting trainees' involvement with awake patients. They say that could ultimately have a negative effect on their training in the long run. But surgeons say this issue is very complicated, although they report that overall awake surgeries tended to be more efficient. Nearly 1/3 of hospitals fail to offer interpreters to patients who speak limited English, although federal law requires it. A study reported in Health Affairs found 1/4 of hospitals in areas with a high or moderate need for language services didn't offer them. The same was true for more than 1/3 of hospitals in low-need areas. In the Tampa Bay area, results were mixed, with some hospitals offering translation services and others not. Studies have shown patients speaking limited English are more likely to remain hospitalized longer, to be misdiagnosed, and to be subjected to medical errors. The reason we aren't Olympians may not be the amount of time we practice a sport. The impact of practice is important, but it drops dramatically when comparing elite athletes. Researchers in the journal Perspectives on Psychological Science analyzed studies of nearly 3,000 athletes. They found that while practice can explain 18% of the differences in performance between all athletes, that drops to just 1% when looking only at those competing in elite events like the Olympics. We still don't know why we're not Michael Phelps, but we just aren't. Well, coming up, a mountain lion goes after a young girl, what the child's mother did to fend off the massive animal. Plus, an underwater art gallery comes up for air, where you can check out the unique photographs from an artificial reef.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
Temperatures are rising, and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get the all-new Chrysler Pacifica for just $26,999 and get an additional $1,000 off with a trade-in. Hurry! Time is running out to get the new Dodge Journey for just $15,999. And right now, get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident. And it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Wildfires continue to wreak havoc on those living in California. The most recent one is a fast-moving blaze in the northern part of the state, about 90 miles away from San Francisco. So far, the fire has scorched nearly 5 square miles. It's destroyed more than 100 homes, forcing thousands of people to evacuate. A post office, winery, and Habitat for Humanity office have also been destroyed by the fire. Fortunately, there have been no injuries. Firefighters say drought conditions and high temperatures are making the containment of this fire difficult. Now to an amazing survival story. A 4-year-old saved from a mountain lion as it tried to drag her away from her family. Kelsey Butt was camping with her family in Idaho this weekend when her mother put her down for a nap. But the 4-year-old ended up wandering off, and that's when her mother says a mountain lion pounced on her and clutched Kelsey in its mouth, trying to carry her off. Her mother immediately jumped into action.
Scoop her, and she's just clinging to me, and the first thing I do is I just look at her body. I just look her over and see if I can see anything wrong. I'm expecting blood everywhere, something, and I see the marks on her ribs, and then I know she's okay, and I had this overwhelming peace come over me.
Wow, the lion ended up dropping Kelsey before running away, leaving her scratched and bruised, but as you saw there, alive. Kelsey now has a new nickname among her family. She's called Princess Puma.
Wow, a new competition at the Oregon State Fair. The best pot plants. For the first time ever, marijuana plants are featured in this agricultural exhibition, right next to the livestock. There were more than 50 entries. Oregon legalized recreational weed in 2014. Growers feel that this inclusion in the fair shows just how far the industry has come. An underwater art exhibit is now back on dry land. Divers are usually the only people who can view Andreas Frank's photographs. They show people living, eating, and dancing aboard the wreck of the General Hoyt S. Vandenberg off Key West. The pictures are sealed in plexiglass and attached with magnets to the sides of the sunken ship, which serves as an artificial reef. Now the artwork can be enjoyed by art lovers without oxygen tanks at the Florida Keys Eco Discovery Center. The Sinking World exhibit runs through December.
Like the barnacles found a home on those too.
I think so, after it's been under there for a while.
They'd be covered after a while,
no
right?
kidding, yeah. Still to come on your Suncoast News, back to school preps in Sarasota County.
Up next, a tour of the new state-of-the-art building on one elementary school campus, how it will better accommodate students with autism.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family-owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Welcome back, 2 of my favorite guests, Cash 3 and Play 4.
Surprise! We're Pick 3 and Pick 4 now.
Whoa!
But we still play exactly the same. We just got a fresh new look.
Speaking of surprises, I have one for you. Say hello to Pick 2 and Pick 5!
Introducing the complete Pick family of games.
We're family now.
The new Pick 2 and Pick 5 have joined Pick 3 and Pick 4 to give you more choices in your daily gameplay. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow-smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.